Hi guys, my name is Esther Daniel and you're welcome back to the channel. Remember when I told you about those folks who were trying to set up a white-only town? Well, we have got an update. It's been some time now and let me tell you, reality has hit them hard. Things are not working the way they expected and the struggles they are facing show exactly why separation has never worked in America. So let's move to today's episode. But before we do that, please subscribe to the channel, like and share the video to help the channel out. And don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments.
So for these whites only communities that are starting in Arkansas and Missouri, when you say no blacks allowed, that's fine, but just make sure that it also includes black inventions. So a couple of things that I don't want to see in these white only communities. If you're gonna have a house, no home security system. Okay, just get you a German Shepherd and have him protect y'all. No home security system. Okay, that was a black invention. Only stop signs in the white only communities. I don't want to see no traffic lights. Black man came up with that. Only stop signs for you guys. I don't want to see your little racist children playing with super soakers or eating peanut butter. Black and black, okay? Jelly sandwiches for your little racist ass kids. Only jelly, no peanut butter. No potato chips. I don't give it. You better pack celery in they damn lunch bags. No potato chips. If you need to dry your clothes, use a clothesline. Okay, you are not allowed to use a clothes dryer. That is a black invention. If there's a fire, a bucket and some water. That's what you're allowed to use because the fire extinguisher was invented by a black man. If you have your little racist cookouts, no folding chairs. Sit your ass on the ground. Um, Summertime. Don't want to see any AC units. Go to Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, get you a good fan. No AC units in the whites only community. If you go play golf with your little racist buddies, you better hit that bitch off the ground. You are not allowed to use golf tees. Black invention. If you're riding a horse, you want to go get your little racist horse and go on a little racist ride, you are not allowed to use a saddle. Sit your ass on that horse bareback, and I hope your nuts hurt. If you need to iron your clothes, iron them shits on the bed or on the floor. You are not allowed to use an ironing board. For all doors, they better be push and pull. You are not allowed to have a doorknob. Black invention. If you need to do something with your hair, comb it. You are not allowed to use a hairbrush. That is a black invention. You spill some on the floor, get you some good high absorbent paper towels and wipe that shit up. You are not allowed to use a mop. That is a black invention. And how about this? You're not allowed to wear shoes. You better find a good pair of sandals. Shoes, the modern day shoe technology was invented by a black man. That's right, I said it. And when you eat your little racist dinner at night, eat that shit on newspaper on the floor because you're not allowed to eat at the kitchen table, which is also a black invention. So enjoy your white communities. Just be in mind that if you don't want blacks there, make sure you don't have black shit there either.
Welcome everybody to the second meeting of our newly established Imbredia, a whites only town. Today I would like to discuss what laws we would like to see put in place. Do I have any ideas? Yes. No seasoning on chicken, absolutely no seasoning on chicken. I always say when it comes to chicken, the more white, the more right. In fact, if you boil your chicken, you can get it even whiter. So I would strongly recommend that. Do we have any other ideas? Yes. No vaccines. Well, that's a gimme, Bill, you fucking idiot. If it can't be healed with ivermectin, then we will just die. We can make polio great again. Do I have any other ideas? Yes. We need a flag. I couldn't agree more, and in fact, I've been keeping something secret from y'all, something I've been working real hard on. I hope you like it as much as I do. This is my suggestion for the new Imbredia flag. You see here we have The United States flag. We have a jar of mayo. What could represent us better? That's right, Linda. Potato salad with raisins. The only way to eat a potato salad. Thank you. Thank you all so much. All in favor of making this the new Imbredia flag? Excellent. This shall be our new flag. Thank you all so much. I'm getting tired and I need a smoke, so we're going to go ahead and adjourn this meeting. Next time, I want you to think about what kind of establishments you would like to see in Imbredia. Thank y'all so much.
For the weekly community dinner. The theme tonight, colonial.
I don't know, dinner's really important. I like feeding people, so I didn't want to put this off any longer than I already had.
Okay, pause. I don't see onion, garlic, pepper, any sort of spice. Maybe there's some salt, but like at least you'd think that you'd use some onion or garlic or like something. That looks plain. That doesn't look like it has any seasoning whatsoever.
Back in the day, when we first got the land here, there were only about 5 guys. I was living 40 minutes from here, and Jennifer was the first, family to be on the land full time. So we started community dinners back then, and it would be pretty relaxed because there weren't many people. But it is nice. It's slowly growing. So.
And they're preparing is absolute.
My name's Nikki, N-I-K-I, I'm 32.
Cool.
I'm a lady.
My name's Allison, A-L-I-S-O-N, I'm 29.
Right.
And Caitlin, C-A-I-T-L-I-N, I'm 31.
I think people just have a large misunderstanding.
Honor of our visit.
This first piece that Peter and I are performing, it's called The Virginia Colonies by Fred Cooper. The English governor returned to take his place.
Eric himself takes the stage.
This is a Baroque flute, also known as the German flute or the penny whistle. It was a very popular instrument in colonial America.
It's not easy to look tough with a flute, even if it's German. But the audience is rapt. Is absolute.
So you said you're a second generation white person, and in your mind, Black America is the ultimate American culture. Well, thank you, because it is. I'm going to read some stuff to you. Hold on, okay? In culture and entertainment, we create or perform American popular music from jazz, rock, blues, hip hop, R&B, and soul. They all stem from Black traditions. Dance to modern music is also created by Black communities. Speak using everyday American slang. Most of that slang comes from where? African American vernacular English. That's just how we talk, and everybody copies. And they rename it, by the way. Let's go on over to some film. Black culture and talent drive narratives, music, and fashion trends in Hollywood, okay? We're also going to talk about rap and freestyle. That is a uniquely Black innovation that shapes global music, okay? And how about start or go viral on social media? Yeah, Black Twitter, TikTok. Yeah, it shapes that. Yeah. And if you want to go viral, everybody knows. Talk about us. Black literature and art reveal truths about American life that's often ignored. And how about streetwear, sneaker culture, hair aesthetics, all traced back to Black innovation. Black Americans even define global rhythm. Yeah. And there wouldn't even be a super fantabulous tasty holiday in America without soul food. Okay? We've been cooking and cooking and cooking, and yes, it's ours. All hours. Now let's get down to the traffic, shall we? Because we wouldn't even be able to drive as safely as we are now without the traffic light. And that was invented by who? Black America, Mr. Morgan. Then those modern day elevators that we ride in so much. Yes, the automatic doors come from who? Yeah, Black America. Even ironing clothes easier. Sarah Boom, Black America. Enjoy clean sugar or chemical products. Guess what? Guess who revolutionized the refining process? Black America. How about this? How about this one? Use a microphone in a phone, hearing aid, or video call. Okay? James West. His invention is used in 90% of today's devices. Yeah. And then we can have safe laser eye surgery, all because of a Black woman, a Black American woman, Patricia Arabath. Love her. And how about shipping fresh food across the country? Yeah, don't forget about the refrigerator truck. Invented by Black America. Mr. McKinley, by the way. Now, we have secure homes with surveillance, a functional light bulb. Lewis Latimer created the carbon filament that made Edison's bulb practical. So without Latimer, there would be no light bulb, a functional light bulb, meaning that Edison did not create it. It was Latimer, okay? Because it works. He drew the patent. He drew the diagram for the patent. Yes, he did. Because Edison couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. He couldn't even describe how it actually works, so it had to be Latimer. I don't know why they tried to steal from Latimer. And the super soaker. How about that? Your kids can even have fun because of Black America. Yeah. That was invented by a NASA engineer, by the way. Yeah. Black America even made it possible to run automated machinery efficiently. Cool skyscrapers like the Rockefeller Center, use advanced computer processors, navigate with GPS. But bust this. Without Black America, we would not have a functioning democracy with civil rights. Okay? Because of Black America, we understand nonviolent resistance. We understand how to build successful protest movements, define modern feminism, and use modern protest language. Yeah. Yeah. Now let's go on to education. Because of Black America, we can study race, power, and oppression accurately, not inaccurately. Okay? It was Black American educators that pioneered freedom schools and community-based learning. People always forget that one, okay? We teach U.S. history truthfully. Without Black history, American history is incomplete. So if you're ever learning history, hello, if you're ever learning history and there's no Black America in it, it's a lie. Or incomplete. Without Black America, understanding democracy's contradictions would not be possible. We are the group that has exposed more of the contradictions than any other group. Even when it comes to exploring African civilizations and contributions, guess who championed that? Guess who championed that? Black American historians. Everybody else wanted to just dump it, okay? But it was Black America who went back and decided, hold up, we're going to go and grab some stuff and make it known. Without Black America, the United States would not have been able to build wealth. At all, period. When it comes to cities, infrastructure, none of that. Whatever. Agriculture wouldn't be what it is today. That's because of Black America. And let's go to sports, by the way. It's Black American athletes that have revolutionized almost every single major sport. Yeah. Black America. Here we are. Without Black America, no one would be able to sell cool, quote unquote, or edge in consumer culture. Black style drives global branding and marketing. Without Black America, no one would be able to create $1 billion music industry, fashion, or entertainment markets. Hip hop alone is a multi-billion-dollar industry. All by itself. Well, let's go into science, tech, and medicine real quick. Bank blood during wars. Dr. Charles Drew developed the blood bank system. Yes, he did. Used telegraphs in train communication. That's from Black America, Mr. Woods. He made railroads much safer. How about diagnosing disease with x-rays in space? Okay? Yeah, that's Black America right there. Designed safer public restrooms in trains. Latimer, there he is again. He was a serial inventor, you know. Latimer was the one who created the train bathroom systems. And then here's one. Invent signal processing systems used in telecom and internet. Okay? Let's talk about the global influence real quick. Export American culture globally. Black music, the way Black people, our language, African American vernacular English, and fashion are America's biggest exports. Influence global youth culture. Lead multicultural coalitions. Black activists pioneered coalition building from civil rights to climate justice. That's us. Build spiritual traditions in the U.S. Gospel and Black church culture shaped America's religiosity. And Black America also teaches resilience in the face of injustice. And that was only 50 things. I could go on and on and on. I could literally go on and on and on with this list. So yes, what you say makes absolute sense. If it wasn't for Black America, there would be no quote unquote America as we know it today.
You're absolutely right. Whites only towns back in the day were what we called sundown towns. So a sundown town were towns where Black people knew not to be caught after dark. Not because we didn't want to be there, but because it wasn't safe. That wasn't a suggestion. That was a survival rule. So now here we are in 2025, and y'all think y'all invented something new with an all-white town in Arkansas? No, baby, this is a remix. And the wild part, honestly, for me, the system is set up to benefit whites in America, yet they still felt like they needed a whites-only town to be able to feel like they're prospering. Think about it. How mediocre do you have to be when the whole deck is stacked in your favor and you still like, nope, we still got to create an environment that we can win? That tells me you know you can't compete in the real world, even when you know the rules are written to help you. And y'all call it a safe space, but let's be honest, a safe space for who? Because black people in America, we never had the luxury of creating a safe space in which we could keep it to ourselves without white America coming in and totally destroying it. Meanwhile, you're out here begging for media coverage to show off your gated bubble. So yeah, sundown towns have always existed and we know their history. The difference now is we're not scared. We're not running and we're not going to lose no sleep over it. If that's the space you need to feel relevant, go ahead. Because here's the truth. Black people don't care about being in your little sundown sequel. We care about making sure our communities get what they deserve. And that's something no sundown town can stop.
I need y'all to understand that those people do not intend to leave us alone in their little town in Arkansas. It's recently been in the news that some chalk children in America have decided to create their own whites-only town. And when asked by a reporter, they made it seem as though that they intend to just have a town of their own and resources of their own and just live off the land, returning to the land. A land that they stole through crimes against humanity, but who's counting? Many brothers and sisters' take on this is, hey, we don't care if y'all have your own, just leave us alone in the process. I mean, every time we've tried to do that, y'all have burned our towns down. And I'm just here to tell y'all that unfortunately, they do not intend to leave us alone. In the interview with the colonizer that wants to found this whites-only town in Arkansas, they're making it seem as though they just want to live in peace. We must remember that these are people that have never known peace. They didn't know peace when they was by themselves in the ice-cold mountains of Europe, and they're not going to know peace in the middle of Arkansas. In the 70s, there was a black scholar that broke down white supremacy into an equation. The same way that E equals MC squared, white supremacy equals white power over non-white powerlessness. And so that means that white supremacy cannot live in an environment where non-white people have any form of power. Because if there's no non-white people around, who are they superior to? Nothing they have achieved has been achieved by leaving people alone. It's like if your son or daughter said they didn't want to live in the house anymore and locked themselves in their room. In order to eat, brush their teeth, or do anything, that child would have to come outside the room. And it's the same thing for them. At some point, they are going to need resources and labor, and that's when they turn to us. And if we have our own power and our own resources, then we have no reason to share with them. And that is when they destroy what we have so that we have to work with them. Don't be fooled. Just like the movie Sinners, it all starts out nice and pleasant, but they have ulterior motives.